Alright, what's good to anyone that clicked this video? I got a simple question for you. Have you ever wondered what Bedwars is worth your time on Bedrock? Alright, it may seem like an easy question considering there's only 3 servers that offer it, but I will tell you right now that all 3 servers have very distinct features and their take on the game. And today I'm here to tell you whether that take on the game is for you. Okay, so to make the ranking as fair as possible, I am going to be playing exclusively duos, and I am going to be doing 5 matches. Now, to answer how I'm going to rate them, it's going to be on a scale of 1 to 10, alright? With 1 being like, it is so bad that it might make you want to delete the game. Like, it's so bad that you have to take a look outside and you just have to rethink your life as to why you're playing it in the first place when there's so many other better options. Alright, so 5 is being like, just a mid. Everyone knows what mid means. Well, actually, maybe not everyone. People go on a tangent about this, but it's like...
Some of you really don't know what mid means. Like, some of you think mid means bad. Mid means like, it's in the middle, okay?
Alright, and then 10 is a straight perfection. Like, it doesn't matter who you are. This server is probably for you. Alright, so... spoiler alert, I'm not giving a 10 to nobody in this video. Nobody in this video deserves a 10. Alright, I'm gonna be honest with you. Alright, anyways... Time for the first server of the day, or of the video, I would say. CubeCraft. It's kind of obvious I was gonna start off with CubeCraft. It's probably my favorite server, but I'll try not to be biased when I'm rating CubeCraft. All right. Okay. So now the pros of CubeCraft Bedwars. So first off, let's talk about the generator system. All right. I know I said I wasn't gonna be biased, but I will be biased here, and you're gonna notice it a lot in this video because I talk about it in nearly every single. It's a point I make in every single like ranking here. I think I prefer personally a faster paced game, maybe because I value my time and I don't want to be in a Bedwars game for 20 minutes finding the same people. All right, so I prefer a generator system like CubeCraft where you could sit in it and spawn for like a good 30-40 seconds even in duos, and you're prepped and ready to go to middle, and if you die, that's on you, more like. All right. Now, also, I was talking about the economy earlier, but I'm also going to bring it up again. Economy is a loose term that just quick definition here. My term of economy in a Bedwars game is kind of how everything works together. So, you know what I'm saying? If you can go to middle, which I'm going to use CubeCraft as an example here just to get that out the way. If you go to middle in CubeCraft, you get 20 diamonds, right? Those 20 diamonds are like not hard to find per se, but it requires more time, and but it's not an absurd amount of time that you're going to be staying there in the entire game. It's just like, it inconveniences you in a way that you kind of have to stop doing vital stuff, like at the very beginning of the game, if you want to get, like, iron, right? I would consider that good game design. I would consider that a good economy. If you spend 5 to 10 minutes in the middle and you get rewarded by becoming a tank, I don't see that as a good economy. All right, that's my personal opinion. That's how I'm rating. This is my video. All right, if you guys have a problem with how I'm rating this, fight me in the comments, please. I need more comments. Honestly, even hate comments, dude. That'd be funny. Another thing that I like about CubeCraft Bedwars is the permanent boost situation. All right, so each boost gives you 5. It's like 5 diamonds, and you get like a boost. So like, you get sharpness 1 or you get prot 1 on your armor. And I kind of like it because it changes up what you get each game. It calls like on each situation. Like, if you know someone's not going to kill you, you might as well get iron, right? But if you know that people are going to be killing you a lot this game, it might be better to get like that prot 1 so you get overall protection, right? Now to stop glazing the hell out of the game here. I do have some complaints. First being the lack of usefulness for fireballs. Alright, fireballs are a great item to have early game, but the second anyone puts down some terracotta, suddenly your fireballs dwindle to nothing and they become useless. Alright, you throw those suckers at like anyone's base and they bounce right off. Nope, does not work. Okay, so I now need to get a pickaxe to mine it. That's great news. Okay, and then another smaller kind of issue I have with it's not really small, actually. It's decently big. I find the incentive to kill players in this version of Bedwars a little lackluster. Like, of course, there's always going to be the incentive of, oh, I need to get this person out, right? But I feel like there should be some reward for you as a player going out and killing people, you know? Because if you kill an entire team, the other team that's still there kind of gets the same thing as you, right? Well, I guess you get the generator, but that's not really like, you don't go back to get the generator, right? So I don't know. I think a reward would be. I feel like the simplest way to fix this is to have what you have on death to drop. But yeah, I think out of all the Bedwars so far that we rated, which is 1, it's very solid. So for the ranking, I'm gonna give it. It's gonna be 8.5 out of 10. All right. Now we are on to the Hive. Ooh, man, the Hive. Let me just say, man. Actually, I'm not gonna say. You guys have to watch till the end of the video to see what I wanted to say, actually. Because I'm going to go on a very long and hard tirade about my feelings on the Hive. And I've had these feelings for a while, so I hope you're ready for that. Also, please subscribe if you made it this far. And, you know, especially for this segment, I would really appreciate it. You know, leave a comment down below if you subscribe during this part. That would make me feel so much better about having to play 5 games of Hive Bedwars, alright? It is... I feel like I'm giving away my ranking already just by how I'm talking about this thing. But, you know, we're just gonna get into it. Alright, so the pros of Hive Bedwars. So, unlike CubeCraft, you get to keep the stuff that you kill. So, if you kill somebody in middle who's been camping spawned in, or been camping middle the entire time, and you kill them, you get what they get, right? And I find that good. I think every Bedwars should have that feature, alright? I think it really incentivizes you to go out and kill people, even if they're a little bit stronger than you, right? Okay, that's where the pros end, though. Alright, so now let's go on to the cons list. So first off, the game is way too slow. 20 minutes. Who do I look like to you? About to play the Hive for 20 minutes, dude. Okay, if a game goes on for 20 minutes, there is something extremely wrong, either with the server or with the people, and I think in this case it's a bit of both, right? Like, the generators, I think, causes this problem because it's so slow. You are kidding me if you think I'm about to sit here and wait for this generator to shit out 10 iron just like a normal rush. Are you kidding me? And, you know, it's like 5 iron beginning game to get 16 wool. 16 wool is not even going to get you halfway across the void to middle. Alright? You can't even get to the other player's base that's right next to you with 16 wool. And it takes a bit. It takes a decently long bit to get 5 iron. Alright, so for the first 2 to 3 minutes of the game, you are stuck just looking at your partner awkwardly as you both like try to like desperately claw iron out of each other's ass. Alright? And to add on to this, I think the reason why the game goes on for 20 minutes is because they make the economy too powerful, alright? So earlier when I was saying if someone camps middle for 5 minutes and they get diamond armor, I don't see that as a good economy. I was talking about the Hive, alright? I was talking about the Hive. Why am I fighting a dude and he takes like 20 hits? He should not be taking 20 hits, dude. This dude... If I was not super good at the game, this dude would have fried me a couple seconds ago just based off the fact that he has iron armor. And you know what? Kudos to him. Kudos to him for trying to play the game the right way. And that dude just took my kill. So I wouldn't have a problem with someone getting a slight boost if they stayed in middle for 10 minutes, you know, just doing nothing, right? That's on them. You know, maybe they're good at the game and that's their method of doing it. But I don't see the purpose in adding diamond armor and just making it where you're damn near invincible, right? You are, I kid you not. It like with an iron sword, you are critting. I was critting out this dude for a good like minute trying to get this dude down. Me and my teammate both were trying to get this dude down, and he was not dying. He wasn't even fighting back. I felt like he understood the fact that his armor was just crutching him. Like, this isn't fun game design in my opinion, and I don't think it should be the standard for a Bedwars game. I'm just going to end it off there. I have a plethora of things I could talk about the Hive with. So final ranking, Bedwars, straight 2.5 out of 10, and that's a strong 2.5 out of 10. All right, now onto what I consider the underdog of the list, because Lifeboat has like 4 times less players than like all the other dudes. So we're gonna get straight into this because this video is gonna probably be decently long compared to what I usually do. So the pros, the game goes by decently fast. All right, the economy speeds up like halfway through the game, and it kind of just causes this like environment of I go out, I kill this dude, I try to go to his base, he kills me, I go back in with like the same weaponry or a little bit shittier, and I try to do the exact same thing. I might kill him, get his teammates down, and then boom, 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 boom. 2 minutes later, his bed is gone on to the next player. And in the economy, even non-boosted, doesn't really promote rushing middle instead of a player, right? Like, if you rush middle, the best you're gonna get is like iron armor and a diamond sword. You know, I'm just gonna speak for most people here and say that I would prefer rushing a player than middle. Find it more enticing in my opinion. Oh, and then on top of that, you also get rewarded for rushing a player and killing them, not just rushing them and then leaving. If you destroy their bed and then you permanently kill them, you get their armor. All right, which I think is cool. This is a thing in the Hive too, but I forgot to mention it just on my like list of giant cons. The Hive has it too, but I don't want to talk about them no more. But yes, all right, I like that idea. I like the idea of incentivizing the player to go fight some other player instead of them rushing the middle and sitting on the generator for 5 minutes, coming out in diamond armor like a juggernaut in that GTA 5 mission.
Sweet brother shit.
And wiping the rest of the competition off the map. All right, now onto cons. All right, so this is gonna be an extreme nitpick and all, but why bricks? And this is like personally the like Lifeboat here. Why specifically bricks? All right, we go from bricks to iron to gold and then to diamond. Tell me where on the list does it seem right to you? All right, which one doesn't belong here? And I'll tell you right now, it's not the final 3. So I'm gonna say Lifeboat gets a good like a 6.5. So in dead last, we of course have Hive. All right, let's make this clear, and I think most people saw this coming once I like rated what the Hive was. I'm not about this. You got me so messed up if you think I'm about to play this slop for 20 more minutes, dude. This is the final round. I'm letting that thing run down to 20 minutes, and I'm getting off. I'm never getting on this server again. All right, so and then we're gonna get the second here. Lifeboat, obviously. Lifeboat is just basically the better version of the Hive. And then on to first, of course. It's CubeCraft Bedwars. Is this glazed? It honestly might be. Look, if you guys don't like the rankings, you know, I get it. Put it down in the comments, please. I won't argue with you, because that'd be useless. But I will read your comments and I'll give like a thoughtful response, and that will be the end of it. I am not gonna fight anyone on this topic. All right. Okay, so the video is probably getting too long, so I'm gonna cut you loose. But to be perfectly clear here, CubeCraft is best, Hive is the worst, and then Lifeboat is like the middle sibling that's just there, and the mom and dad don't love, but like they know it's there. You know? Okay, bye.